y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. We got two different saris, which are probably the same, quite frankly, but we got them. A Risk Lord of the Rings game, and then a bag of like Bakugans and Funkos I got on the cheap. So let's dig into these two saris. So we buy sari for the pawns, and we buy sari for the cards. And there's always a real ebb and flow with this kind of stuff. It used to be the pawns go, cards didn't. Now it's the other way around. Happens with Monopoly as well. I'll do a big one first here. I'm having good luck with the cards, unfortunately. So this board's broken in half. I'm going to sell it as a game anyways, thankfully. Alright, get that out of the way. What do we got? We have Sari cards from, let's see what year we got. The backs are different. So these are a 2003. I've never run into these. So let's make sure we got them all real quick. And that they're actually in decent shape. Which has been the issue. I've been getting cards, but they've been so bad I can't sell them. Now, if I were to do this full time, which that's the retirement plan, I could save the ones that are good, really big box of just cards and do it that way. But for now, I don't want to. I don't want to have that much clutter. And it takes quite a while to move through that kind of inventory. I got a tackle box going of board game parts, but that would require a shelf if you were to keep parts from every game. There's a lot of games I just don't fuck with, quite frankly. Balderdash, you can sell, you can part out. Doesn't move that well. It'd just be a whole nother set of cards, whole nother set of pawns. I don't want to do it. Maybe someday though. So we're looking at 4 of each of these, and I think there's 5 of the ones, and then 4 Sari cards. 5 of the ones, 4 Sari cards. So we have a set of these, and they're in decent shape. And then this is the clear hollow bottom. And we got all of those. I more than likely already have existing listings of the hollow bottom ones, but if not, I'll put them up. And this is going to be, we're in it for 10, so that'll be a quick 5 on that. Let's move those aside, get to the next one real quick. So these are, I think this is a 2008 or 2011, sorry. 2016. So the Sari, they stopped changing the back of the card. At a point, for a few editions anyways. And these sell really well, weirdly enough. I do think I have 1, maybe 2 of these listings, and they have a lot of traffic on them. Now, something going on with the post office is they're voting on increasing rates. And if they do that, I am going to have to retroactively change my pricing on basically everything. And that's why a lot of people charge for shipping no matter what. I don't, because I used to do that and I didn't move quite as much. So, you know, my $7 listings are already really, really tight depending on where the person lives. So I would have to bump them all like 50 cents. That's going to be a major pain in the ass. And what happens with that is not necessarily everybody's on top of their game. So it's actually going to cause a pretty substantial drop in sales for that stuff because people are going to pick up the cheap ones. And the people selling the cheap ones aren't going to make any money, but they have to honor the deal if they didn't change it in time. So we'll see what happens with that. That sucks, but really nothing you can do about it. The one big change they're making, which does not affect me at all, is if you sell things in poster tubes, it's an automatic $4 upcharge. I don't deal with posters, so it doesn't affect me. It's something to do with their machinery, like the tubes roll and it makes it more difficult to process, so they're charging you $4 extra. All right, so check our cards real quick again. But when I started doing this, I charged like $2 plus shipping, and I thought that was going to be a thing. And I didn't move a lot of stuff, and it was this, the whole like, if it's not free shipping, nobody wants it. And you can even search by shipping, like automatically removes results that are not free. And as soon as I switched, my sales jumped pretty dramatically, and that was a long time ago. I do charge shipping for some stuff, but I deal primarily in stuff like this, little stuff that I can just throw in a baggie and get on its way. There are quite a few items going out today. I sold 6 items yesterday that I got to get in the mail, including a Celtics jacket I've had since I was a kid that I listed after their championship win, and it still took like a year to sell it, and at way less than I thought I'd get, but whatever. All right, so that's complete, and these are the opaque hollow bottoms, and they change these occasionally too, and I'm missing yellow. Oh no, so there's versions that only have 3, and I don't know when that started. I haven't really narrowed it down yet, but yeah, at some point they decided 4 was too much. I wonder if it says that anywhere. Yeah, you can see on the back of the box, it's only got 3 for each color. I believe I have a listing for that too. So all complete. We're at break even, and we haven't even gotten to the good stuff. All right, so one of the rare games I grabbed to sell as is, Lord of the Rings Risk. Now, Lord of the Rings crossover stuff actually sells really well. I have parted some stuff out. I have a feeling I'm going to end up parting this out because it comes with the One Ring, which is not needed to play. And I guarantee it's not in here. It's the thing that all of the crossover stuff comes with that's always missing from the box. Therefore, it's not complete. So I'm going to try to get all this tape off. Generally, I just cut it, but trying to salvage the box. These go for good money with a great sell-through rate. Otherwise, we're on parts, and I don't mind that. Anytime a game demands money, the parts market is going to be lucrative because people want to put theirs together to sell at maximum value. And again, if you wanted to dedicate the space, I'd hang on to it and wait until I got another one. However long that might take. Someday, I'll have a legitimate workshop for this kind of stuff. That's the plan. Get a 2-car garage and have a back space to do my reselling with all the shelving and places to store stuff, to repair stuff. I just have to wait 20 more years. Maybe 22, we'll see. One little piece of tape hanging on. Thankfully, this is coming off quite easy. The box is in good shape. It looks like it might have some dents. The corners can be tricky. When you're doing tape, you pull complete opposite direction of said tape and do the soddling motion. And then just make sure when it comes off, you don't re-stick it. There. If you stop pulling at that point, you will re-stick the tape and you might not be so lucky that time. So I'm not a huge Risk fan. I do like strategy games. Risk, I just never got into. I can see it as a following though. And this just like plays so well into the concept of Risk. And I think that's why it's so popular, is you get the crossover fans. You know, fans of Lord of the Rings are going to be fans of tabletop games, typically. Whether that be in D&D or other games. And then Risk has its own dedicated strategy game people, and they probably like this too, because it works. Alright. So, generally when I talk games, we talk about sound. And if I can tip it and hear stuff moving, I can tell if it's in the container or like in a bag or if it's new. But Risk has bins typically, so you really can't tell because they're just moving in the bin. Okay. Oh, this one has like little, I guess, alcoves or whatever. So we got the instructions. We have the board within decent shape. They definitely have played it. There's a marker in here for no reason. Everything's loose. It's really odd. Not seeing the One Ring yet. And it's all mixed up, so this is going to be a bit of a nightmare to sort. Let's get all the cards out. And if I don't find the One Ring, it's going to be parts, unfortunately. See if the booklet says what's in here. Usually it's the back of the box. All right, contents. Game board. 4 complete armies in different colors. 42 territory cards, 2 wild cards, 40 adventure cards, 3 red dice, 2 black dice. There's 2 One Rings. That's quite odd. Okay, we'll take it. I can likely sell one of them. Why is there 2? I don't know. It may be that they also had a different Lord of the Rings game with a One Ring, and they threw it in here when they brought it to the store. You see that, like a nerd closeout kind of thing. They're not even identical. That's odd. Unless I just have it weird. Oh, maybe they are. I don't know. So that's interesting. So I got a spare. Get some Legos. Now I have to figure out if I have the complete armies. And I don't know if it tells you how many of each guy you're supposed to have. So I'm going to have to count these out. Let's see. Three types of characters. I may have to look it up and then I'm going to have to go through all this. But we're looking good. Well, this is brutal. I counted every piece and I am missing 1 leader piece for 1 army. So this is not complete because the leader pieces are actually important. So, unfortunately, even though I do have the other One Ring, we're going to have to do something here. So, Lord of the Ring, Risk, 2002. There's two versions of this, a trilogy version and then this version. All right, so 468. And we see parts, which is good. So I think we can still sell it as is, but if not, we can part it out. The only thing we can't really do anything with. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm not missing. I bet the One Ring is the other leader. Okay. That would make sense. Okay, that guy is missing. He's missing some. I have 59 reds. Let's look. See if anybody says complete. If we see the leader, then we're screwed, right? So what am I missing? We're gonna count this guy's real quick because he says complete. Hold on. Something seems weird here. Hold on. We're gonna have to pause it and actually count it out. Counting it out, what I am missing is actually just a single goblin. That's livable. I still can't put complete, but I could put... In that case, I don't put anything, and then I put the description, I'm missing one single goblin, because it doesn't affect the game whatsoever. I can't put complete though. So that means I'm going to be the lowest price out of the complete games, basically. So we got 468 for sale. We got 140 sold, which is really good for a boxed board game. And pre-owned is primarily what has been sold. So complete with ring is the other part of this. I have 2 rings, so we're going to get to that in a bit. I'm hoping to see rings being sold. So we got complete games, we have complete armies or parts of armies, we have the ring. We have the ring again for $14. Some of the dice. So we're in good shape here. So we got to be the cheapest game, basically. So we're looking at 38, 35, 31, 99.9%, this guy said, which means he's probably also missing a goblin. That's also Trilogy Edition now. So I'm going to do 20 with shipping. I paid $4 for it. So I could do 20 with shipping. And I can sell my additional 1 ring, and I could do that for 12. So we're in a good spot with that. You know, obviously the goblin would have been worth a couple bucks, honestly. All right, and then we have this bag of Bakugan and Funkos. Finally, we got this baggie. I grabbed it because I saw this Funko and it was $2. So the mini Funkos do sell. They're filled with Bakugan stuff. So Bakugan, I think, has probably cooled off a bit, but there's still going to be value there. So we got this lion. It says made in China and it's cheap. So that's just junk. We have a Bakugan. I don't know a lot about them. I have sold some in the past. There's like a power rating. This one's a B700. I don't know which one. Google Lens has a hard time with them, so I'm just going to sell these as a lot. There are some like rare ones, but even those don't go for a lot. This one's actually broken. So whatever there's there is broken, so that's no good, unfortunately. Yeah. We have a dinosaur. Doesn't look like a particularly good one, but it could be. Legs twisted. His knee joint's all messed up. JP, that's not the Jurassic Park symbol. Jurassic Park has the logo on the foot or has a logo on the back. So I don't know what this JP thing is. It's somebody trying to do something. So something up with this leg. It had a button maybe, and now it doesn't have an action. It actually isn't bad quality. It looks like a Jurassic Park quality figure, but I don't know. I don't think it is. We'll look it up just in case. We have a keychain. I don't know what this is. It's definitely some anime thing, so we're going to Google Lens that. Got another Bakugan. That's a B2300, so I think that's good. And this one does look complete, and if you're ever not sure if it's complete, if you fold it up into a ball, oh, this one turns into an egg. So this is different. You need a magnet to open them, or if you just slam them on the desk, it works pretty good too. This thing, whatever it is, the tail's busted off. I'm not even going to bother with it. This is something missing a gun and whatever was on its back. Epic Games, that's yeah, probably not worth anything. This looks like Captain Hook almost, but not quite. Some weird thing. I don't know who this could be, but it's a Funko. So for $2, I really couldn't miss this. I'm just gonna toss this Epic Games while it looks terrible. All right, let's see if we can find the Bakugan. We'll check Bakugans for one thing. Bakugan. So we're at 6,800 Bakugan for sale. This is how we check if pricing is cooling down, if something's kind of working its way out of popularity. 1,200 sold. That's not bad. And we'll take a quick look. I was hoping to see this egg. So there's like giant ones. I've run into these in the stores. And what we're seeing right away is mostly lots. And that's kind of what I thought was going to happen, is there's not going to be a lot of individuals. These are in the box still. And then there's the card that you also need, I guess. Some big ones. So I don't know what this guy is. I'm thinking the green one's probably not worth anything, but we're going to look up this egg. We'll put in Bakugan egg. And that knocks us down to 334. And I'll put B2300. I think that does matter for the game. This dude ain't coming up. All right. So if we slam him on the desk like so. There he is. We'll just do a quick lens on this guy. If he could stand up. That looks like his head there. I don't know what he's supposed to do exactly. His feet fold out. Oh, he's got a tail that you got to manually unfold. And now he's sort of upright. But I'll do a Google Lens real quick. We got Geogon Rising. Try that out. Rising. Unless that's the... Oh, so this isn't even old. No, that ain't it. That might be the set. What is this guy's name? Darkus Mutasect. There we go. So we got like $8 with the card. Yeah, I'm probably just going to put those aside, and I'm going to, if I run into any more, I'll do like a lot of 3 for $8. But I don't think individually they're going to go for much of anything. All right. So I got this weird Jurassic Park. We'll do a Google Lens on that as well, because I don't believe it's even real. The JP is just really weird. Oh! So this is the original Kenner from '96. So they didn't put the logo on immediately. That is interesting. So this could be something, although I suspect it's broken. So we're just going to find the right one. And I doubt they had a ton of these. Yeah, some of this just doesn't feel right. Like that picture, this guy's got a ton of screws. And this one has none. Now, it would be very bold to bootleg. Is that it? Yeah. It's got the knee thing, whatever this is. I don't... Junior T-Rex. There he is again. Leg injury. Like, is that a thing? Is that the figure? Leg injury? The Lost World? Why would that be a thing? Like he's supposed to, like, crip walk? I don't quite understand the point of this. All right, so when in doubt, you look at the box. So there's like a little attachments. Repair Junior T-Rex broken leg with a healing cast. So his leg is supposed to be fucked up. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do with it exactly. It doesn't really do anything other than flop. So in the picture, it looks like maybe... I think this thing isn't supposed to be here. I think this goes to one of the implements that you're supposed to mend his leg with and it got stuck in there. I'm trying to blindly cycle through these. Alright, so this is a weird gimmick. Jurassic Park: The Lost World, 96. And we'll put leg in the description. Down to 4. $12. 45 if you got the gear. So just by age, this will have some value. Weird, doesn't say Kenner anywhere. At least not that I could see. And generally inside thigh or foot for something, but you can also put T-Rex. We'll put Rex. People might not have listed the gimmick, and yeah, we can see right here. It's all the same guy. Repair Junior T-Rex's leg. So, the fact of the matter is, what does it sell for? $126 for sale. We got the pieces. We got a guy in pieces for 24. Complete 14. Well, let's do 10. 10 should be fine. All right, we got this keychain. Lens that. This is... I don't know what this show is. I'll have to type it in. I will say it wrong. Tobio Kageyama. Keychain. So that's that guy. Clip. Okay. Blind bag from the show being Haikyuu, a high school volleyball anime. Could not pay me to watch that. All right, so we got $9 on this thing. Let's see if any of them sold. 800 for sale, 15 sold. I'm thinking this is a series that you couldn't pay most people to watch. Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do with this. I will put it aside, and if I have like a random anime bundle, it has some value to somebody, maybe, but not as is. And then last one, we're gonna have to lens this. This looks like from like Rugrats. I'm guessing it's like Rugrats or some other show like that, and it's a costume. Or, yeah, Halloween costume kind of thing. It is Funko One Piece. Okay, I've heard of that. That's a popular one. Usopp One Piece Funko Mini. So there he is down here, and this is sold, so I fucked that up. Yeah, so Funko Mini 147. Pirates Luffy. I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. So we're gonna put in Usopp 147. 49 results. And this may end up going with the thing I just threw in the bin if nobody's buying them. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody gives a shit about whatever this is, so. Based on his nose, he's the villain. We'll add Funko just to make sure. We'll do Mini Funko. Yeah, these just aren't going. For whatever reason. I thought this was a really popular show, but Alright, well, whatever. So I added that to a bin. We got 10 on this guy. So 41 is not a bad day at all. Definitely got our $2 worth out of that bag. Yeah, everything was hitting. So if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.